good evening, everyone. Welcome to DraftKings at Casino Queen. John is going to give us a what do they call it? Traffic report. What's going on, John?
Well, I'm heading in there right now, getting ready to make some wagers for tonight for sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little lonely.
Yeah,
I'm
I
feeling.
had a good night last night too, so I'm ready to fire tonight.
We'll get into all that. But it's just like it feels a little weird. I feel all alone. No Russell, no you. I'm sitting here looking around, and nobody's sitting next to me, buddy. How long can you get here?
Oh yeah, I'm in route. Uh, 22 minutes away. The
Okay.
St. Louis traffic has not been good to me today.
All right. Wait, we got tickets coming in already. What's this for? Oh, I got a tip. We got a tip, John. Thank you very much. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, thank you. See you next week. All right. We received a ticket as a tip. Let's go over this real. Oh my god, I love this. This is not the first time this has happened. I love it. Oh John, we got a shot. How you like this? $5. We've got the over 135 in the Radford Longwood game.
Oh, okay, yeah, the rivalry game, the Big South rivalry.
Yeah, I was.
Radford and Longwood. I like it.
I'm not going to mention his name, but somebody that we know that comes here quite often gave us this ticket, and he's been touting the over in that game for the last 20 minutes. We've been talking about it before we started the show. Western Illinois, UT Martin. We got Western Illinois +6.
Okay, I like Western Illinois. The Leathernecks, David, they've been playing good ball. I like the Leathernecks tonight.
All right. Well, the first one was -110, right?
Yeah.
And the next one is Western Illinois +6. Now you'll really like this one.
Okay.
This is the kicker that brings the $5 to $4.69. All right. It's Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs game. This is what we have. Tua, alternate passing yards under 169.5.
Okay.
And we got Patrick Mahomes, alternate passing under 185.5. Supposed to be the fourth coldest playoff game in history.
Wow.
Yeah. So this gentleman who was touting he likes the under in the passing yards for that game. So that's plus 2,500. So we've got the over. We got a sweat tonight. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 sweats tonight. We got to get the over in the Radford Longwood game and Western Illinois +6, and then let's sweat the under in that game. That's nice. That was a really nice little gift for us. $5 to win 464.77. I'm going to put that away. That's nice. This is not the first time we've had tickets handed to us before as we're doing our show, right?
Yeah, that's we always appreciate the tip line from the viewers. That's nice.
the tip line.
Yeah, the tip line.
Well, there's 2 kinds of tip lines, John. Giving us what they pick and literally giving us a tip. I like it. We got a nice little sweat. Let's get through tonight.
So we got the under in the Radford Longwood game.
No, over.
And then we got Western Illinois +6.5.
No, we got the over in the Longwood Redford game.
Oh, over. Well, yeah. I like that pick. I like the over.
Yeah, so we get through those 2 tonight. We got a real sweat. I like it.
Yeah.
How we like to cash? We still got some Schindler firm money left. We haven't done anything with that in a while. We got about 170 left with that. Maybe we'll do something with that on the Super Bowl. Do some kind of crazy stuff on that on the Super Bowl. Yeah, kind of fun. Let's talk a little bit about the national championship game, John. I did tout the under a lot, and I'm very happy that came in. But the side of Washington didn't look so good. What happened?
Yeah, man. It turned out nobody. It just blew my mind that Penix played the way he did. He just didn't have a good game. His offensive line didn't play bad. I know people are saying Michigan was in his face all night, but they had 1 sack. Where his lineman got just bum rushed and knocked Penix to the ground for a sack. But other than that, good throws. I mean, a ton of them. You go back and watch the game, and I mean, guys were, on a fly route across the middle, wide open, and he just throws it to somebody else. Just misses a lot of throws. They threw the ball 51 times. They abandoned the running game. I know the guy was hurt. Their main running back was hurt, but
I noticed. Yeah, you're right.
It's pretty easily defended when you just know they're going to throw the ball every down.
Yeah.
It's easy to stop somebody when you know what they're doing.
John, when the game was within one touchdown headed into the fourth quarter, Penix, I think he's got an incredible arm, how he can just snap throw that ball down 50 yards down the field. But he missed a lot of wide open receivers.
Yeah, he missed a lot of wide open receivers. And you're right, though. He does have an incredible arm, and that's what everybody's watched all year, especially against Texas. And you're like, man, this offensive line is good. The way this kid throws the ball, if he's got time, then, Michigan or whoever's playing them is going to be in trouble. And, it just went against Thomas Logic for him to play so bad. Because, like you said, he's got the arm. The talent's there. Just didn't play very well. It didn't have a running game. That's got a little bit to do with it. But, it's tough when you can't establish the run. Because they're just going to back up and they're going to rush what they need to rush and defend what they need to defend because they know you're throwing the ball.
But that was pretty much. He says you can't hear me. Can we double check that out?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah, we're gonna take just a quick second. He says he can't hear us. So I'm playing producer tonight. Looks like you should be able to hear me. How about now? It's showing that you should be able to hear me. John, what sound system should we be on? Hello?
Hold on just a second.
Hello. How about that?
I can hear it just fine.
You can hear us just fine?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got the screen pulled up and
Yeah.
I can hear it just fine.
Yeah. I think we're good, Riffy. It's very difficult to hear, he says, David. Let's see.
Oh, difficult to hear.
Let's see. Okay, how we doing? Any better, David? Yeah, we're all good now. Okay, David, how we doing? I'm waiting for your text. I switched over. Now is better. Okay, well, this is what happens when I'm the only one here. So I switched. I switched to probably the correct speaker system. At least you probably could hear us a little bit, but yeah. Okay, I think we're all good now. I'm literally by myself sitting here, and John's on the phone. He's in traffic, and he should be here about halfway through.
John is 16 minutes away.
Okay, by the time you actually get in here, probably 25, but that's okay. We'll still have half a show when you get here, and you're going to join me as long as we go. Hey, headed into this weekend, I know we'll get to some college basketball when you get here, but headed into this weekend, Cleveland Browns, Houston Texans. Texans plus 2.5 at home. Is this the end of the run for Flacco or what? What's going on here?
End of the run for Flacco? Well, we thought it was already over, didn't we?
Texans are playing good. Remember at the beginning of the season, I said probably be surprised how the Texans do this year. I thought they'd be better than everybody else thought they were. So I didn't make a bet. I'm very disappointed in myself. I didn't want to lock up my money for all season. Thank you, David, for doing that. I'm playing producer. Usually John is over here sitting in the seat. He pretty much knows what he's doing over here. I'm actually pretty impressed that we're up and running at all. So, are you still there, John?
Oh yeah. But
okay.
The Browns and Texans are a 3:30 game. It looks like.
Yeah. 3:30.
Total's sitting at 44.5 in that one.
Yeah, it's 44.5. What do you like? Anything?
That's just that's a good number.
Yeah, Stroud's been playing really well. Yeah, I'm liking
Cleveland down in that dome.
What do you think?
I mean, I'd have to take the under if I took something.
Okay.
I'd have to take the under.
Okay, so we talked.
I'm not going to bet that total, but
I don't know. I kind of like the Texans a little bit. It's a little scary. I'm going to move the line a little bit. I think I'm going to move maybe the Texans to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to.
I don't know. It's. I'd have to side with the Browns. I like the Browns better than the total in that game.
Okay.
I just. It's tough for me to roll with the kid if I had to. It's Browns defense is very good. We got a rookie in his first playoff game, so.
All right. Well,
You know,
Flacco did win a Super Bowl with my Baltimore Ravens. We'll get there in a second. Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are giving 4.5 to the Dolphins. Dolphins have not been playing super as of late, and it's supposed to be really, really cold.
yeah, I don't know how this game's going to go over. 43.5, huh?
Yeah, 43.5 for these two offenses. How do you like that?
Well, it's freezing.
Yeah.
Literally, it's going to be 0 or negative.
Yeah, but we've seen really cold games with high scores before.
Yeah, this one's just screwy. So.
I wouldn't want to take a hit when it's hot out, but imagine taking a hit when it's that cold.
Yeah, I can't imagine. There's a big difference between, we've seen cold games before. Yeah, there's a big difference between 15 degrees and 0 degrees, though.
Yeah, well.
So I don't know how it's going to go over. I'm going to be playing the under.
43.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yep. Well, if you take
I might even outline it under and go under 36.5 or something.
Yeah, after the show, we're gonna have to we'll go to the kiosk. We'll spend some time there and see if we can find some good alt lines early. Any prop plays for either of those two games on Saturday? I kind of like the under passing.
No, I'm just gonna do an outline total. I'll do each team to score under X amount of points, and bring the total down, and do 5 or 6 picks in the same game that align with the total, with the under, and hopefully get a 20 to 1 ticket, at least.
Well, I like
that. I feel like that'll be a good play.
I like the under in the passing yards that we got on our little ticket there. Those are alternate lines also. It's as low as you could possibly go that he took to get the plus 2,500 number. Let's see what else we got here. All right, Sunday, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Bills. Steelers are getting 10. But the other end is the Buffalo's not. They are so hit or miss. Like, I don't know what you can count on, but Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, that's 35.5.
Yeah, I don't like that game.
I mean, the Steelers are starting Mason Rudolph. I don't think anybody's too excited about that.
Yeah, well, I will say that if you're giving 10 and you're betting the under, there's not much room for Pittsburgh to score in something like that. Right? Yeah, you're only saying what Pittsburgh can score. What is that? 12 points, basically. I got to be close to that number, because if you
20, well, kind of like a
23 to 12,
24 to 13 game or something, 24
but that's the over.
Basically.
Yeah, so if you bet the under, if you bet the Bills in the under, the Steelers can't score more than 10 points, basically. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all to bet, the Steelers, the Bills in the under, you said.
Yeah, that's a tough play to, I mean, if the Steelers score more than, 11 or 12 points, it's over.
Yeah, the Bills to cover the 10 and the under, right? Yeah, there's not much room.
Yeah, not much room, so I don't think I could do both there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be looking at a Mason. I don't know what his numbers are, but I'd like to know what a Mason Rudolph passing yards under would be.
Yeah, well, we'll look at it. That's one we'll look at.
I'm going to guess 175.
You think it's that low?
A solid 175, yeah.
And that's an under.
That's what I'm going to put it at.
Under play for you.
Yep.
Interesting for me. Not that it's an interesting game. Actually, the next two I really like. The Packers are getting 7.5 at the Cowboys. Over under 50.5. Wow.
Yep, Packers getting 7.5. Yep.
What do you like?
Packers seem like one of those teams that started where everybody just forgot about them, right? Midway through the season, they start picking it up and clutch a playoff spot. But I really think the Cowboys are just going to control this game. I mean, I'd be comfortable laying the 7 all day.
Okay, 7.5. Over under 50.5. That's a big number.
Yeah, that's because of that Cowboys offense. They've been scoring.
Yeah, I don't think Green Bay can keep up with them.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the difficult part, is keeping up with them.
Yeah, the question is...
I'd lay 9.5 and be comfortable with a 10-point win.
Yeah, I might just lay off the over-under and do something like that. Yeah. If we had Greg Damon on, he might be pleading his case for the Packers. But I don't know how much weight that would carry at this point. You know what I mean? In Dallas, wow. I don't know. All right, Rams, Lions. Lions are giving 3 to the Rams. Rams are playing better ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take the Lions all day at home.
Okay, here it is, John. David just looked it up. Mason Rudolph passing yards over under is 154.5 minus 150.
154. I was giving him too much credit.
Yeah, 154.5 minus 115 on either side. Oh, the juice on the player props is always higher. Man. You know, anywhere between usually 115 and 140 for player props. What do you like there? 154.5.
Wow. I mean, I was hoping to get 175, you know.
Well, you could move it.
154. God, that's low. Wow.
Well, they're basically saying that the Pittsburgh's not going to do anything, right? They're not going to be able to move the ball. That's what it's showing by the over-under and getting.
What's the weather forecast in Buffalo?
David, can you hear that? Maybe you can look it up. I don't have the ability to look it up at this point in time until John gets here. He's answering. Let's see what David has to say about it.
It's got to be bad. For it to be 154, man, it has to be a snowing, cold weather forecast.
I mean,
yeah, I would imagine so. 154
he's checking
for a
on
playoff
it.
Quarterback.
Yeah, he's and honestly, I think Mason Rudolph might be a better option at quarterback anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have an option. You know, they sat around and drafted Kenny Pickett for some reason because he was a hometown kid and went to, you know, play for Pitt. You know, whatever. I knew Kenny Pickett was not an NFL quarterback when I watched him in college. You know, he played Clemson twice, and you know, I didn't like him in the draft when they drafted him. So I don't know what they were doing there, but Kenny Pickett's not going to work out. They had another guy, Mitch Trubisky. That was another failure that the NFL thought they could get right. No, these teams are just, I don't know what they do when they draft these guys. But Mitch Trubisky was never going to work out. He was a top 5 pick. Kenny Pickett was never going to work out. And then now they're left with Mason Rudolph. So congratulations, Steelers. It's like, jeez. No quarterback. So, because they thought Kenny Pickett was going to work out. I don't know why they ever thought that.
Well, I don't think Mason Rudolph is horrible, but in this spot, I can't wait to hear what the weather is. That's going to
they're all three of them, you know, I mean, are bottom tier quarterbacks. That's what they're left with because they put all their eggs in the Kenny Pickett basket.
All right, well, here it is. Thank you, David. Sunday in Buffalo forecast is currently AM snow with wind up to 24 miles an hour, high temperature of 26 degrees.
Oh, 20, but that wind is going to be brutal, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to be snowing in the morning. But
yeah.
They get a little break with the temperature at 26.
Yeah, that's not horrible. 26 is not horrible.
Yeah, 26 then, but that wind can knock it down to like a real feel at 10 or so.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm taking the under. 154.5, give it to me.
Yeah, there we go. All right, over under 35.5 in that game, and you said you like
35.5 is the over under. Give me Mason Rudolph's passing yards under 154.5. All right. I think it could be close though, because if they break a big one, you know, that's going to put it right there if they break a big one. But no, give me that all day. 154.5, I'll take the under on it.
70% chance of snow during the game.
Yeah, okay, so it's going to be snowing during the game then, too.
70% chance of it, yep.
Yeah, give me that. Mason Rudolph. The former Oklahoma State Cowboy. Yeah, give me Mason Rudolph's passing yards under.
All right, here we go. Let's go to the Rams-Lions. I'm kind of biased because I did hit my season. What did I hit? Detroit Lions winning the division. So I'm a little partial to the Lions. I try to take that out. The Rams are playing well. I think the Lions are going to have their hands full with the Rams. Rams are getting 3 over under 51.5. I'm liking the over a little bit, John.
51.5, you said?
Yep, 51.5.
Yeah, I don't know about the total. I just love the Lions in this game. Everybody's jumping off the bandwagon because they think they've won a bunch of games that they should have lost this year, or they hadn't played like they hadn't blown people out or whatever. This Lions team is pretty damn good, and I'll lay 3 against the Rams all day and take my chances with those two teams.
Are you going to move the line at all?
Lions at home -3. Why not? I mean,
I want to love the Lions, but I'm trying to take my fandom out of it. Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily have any fandom.
I know you don't. You still call this
they're the better team.
The no fun league. They are the better team, and that's exactly what I was thinking. We'll see what happens, but they're at home and they are the better team, right?
Yep, they got a better receiving core. They got a better quarterback, in my opinion. They got running backs. I mean, give it to me all day. I'll take the Lions -3 at home.
All right, I gotta ask. At the beginning of the year, if you'd have told me the first round of playoffs that the Eagles would be playing the Buccaneers at Tampa Bay and only giving 3, I would have thought you were crazy. But there it is. Eagles -3 against in Tampa, over under 44.
Well, welcome to the Jalen Hurts passing game and the Eagles secondary. I've never been the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. Never really been a big Jalen Hurts fan, so they have that kind of line them up in spread run, I call it, offense. That spread run offense, and their secondary has been atrocious.
Okay, so
it's going to be an interesting game, but I'm not going to be taking the Buccaneers.
Well, I will tell you this: the over/under is 44, and the offense for the Buccaneers is horrible. I don't care how atrocious the secondary is for the Eagles. The Buccaneers are horrible. As far as their offense, their defense is really good. Defense is good, but their offense is. I mean, when's the last time the Buccaneers had 3-4 touchdowns in a game lately? I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not thinking right, but. I mean, the Eagles 44. What you gonna touch it?
No, I'm probably not going to bet the game. If I had to, I'd take the Eagles.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think this Buccaneers team is any good.
Yeah, I think their defense is all right. I think their defense is okay. I just don't know how long they're going to be able to. If they're on the field a lot, I don't care. Even a good defense can get worn down, right? Because if Baker Mayfield can't move the ball, Philadelphia's offense is going to definitely wear down the Buccaneers' defense late. And then I think that's what's going to make the difference. I'm with you. I'm going to take the Eagles too. And that's a sketchy bet. But yeah, I think the only game that me personally, that I don't really like is the Steelers-Buffalo Bills game. Every other game I can find something that I like to bet.
You don't like those passing yards under?
Well, we'll see.
In the snow with Mason Rudolph?
Well, David did just say that the snow's supposed to taper off before the game in the morning. So probably won't snow during the game. But it might be windy and 26 degrees.
You can give me Mason Rudolph passing yards any day of the week and take him under.
Yeah.
He's a bottom-tier quarterback.
I know, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I might move the line a little bit in a parlay, and I might even move the Steelers plus 13.5.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Buffalo plays people close. I get it. I just, he's a bottom. They got 3 bottom-tier quarterbacks on their roster. That's their problem.
Yep.
So you can give me Mason Rudolph's passing yards under.
All right.
I think Buffalo's defensive line is going to put some pressure on him. Jack Lawson and them boys are going to come to play, and that defensive line's pretty dang good.
What's your ETA?
I'm here. Why don't we take a break for 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll finish up with some college basketball.
Well, I don't think I want to take a 5 to 10 minute break. Are you actually here?
Yeah.
Are you parked?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's take a 4-minute break, and hopefully John's inside to join us by that time. All right. Let's see. I have to figure out how for us to take a break, and then that's. I think we're good. Here we go.
has my key.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner! All right, guys, I'm here. We made it.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
St. Louis traffic kind of got in the way, but, other than that, we are here. How's the kiosks been looking?
Busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, busy. Yeah, we've had a lot of people stop by, say hi, especially before the show, and everybody asked, "Where's John at?"
Yeah.
I said,
Yep.
"Your guess is as good as mine." Yeah. It's a little freaky when you don't know how to run the show, and your other co-pilot is MIA, and I got 5 minutes to showtime, and it almost folded. Really, there was a period there where I didn't think this was going to happen this evening, so I probably would have talked about horse racing for a while.
Oh, no. We make it work. We always make it work.
Wait, Russell showed us how to have a caller call in real easy, right? It's easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's easy.
Anybody ever want to call in, just let me know. We'll hook you up right on.
So we got a ticket to start with Radford, huh?
Yeah, here it is.
Radford and
there, so
and
you
Longwood.
Can see it in print.
There it is. 8 o'clock start. Yeah.
There it is, in print.
8 o'clock. Big South rivalry matchup. I like it. The Highlanders of Radford and the Lancers of Longwood. I like it. So we're doing with the over in that one. I like it. Longwood just does nothing but score. Here's what Longwood's done the last few games: 77, 78, 70, 68. 77, 78, 70, 68.
Yep.
So they're averaging 70-ish points a game, it looks like. Actually, their average is 77 points, David. The Lancers coming in at a high 77. Radford's averaging 73. We got a line of 135.
It's over. We won.
Yeah, I love this over. Let's take it all day. And another one, the Leathernecks, Western Illinois. That's a 7:30 start. And they're going to UT Martin, a little OVC matchup. You know who else is the hometown team that's in the OVC? The Lindenwood Lions.
You know I don't know.
The Ohio Valley. Come on, Davey boy. It's the Ohio Valley Conference.
This is your half hour.
No, I'm just saying, it's the OVC. Ohio Valley. It's Lindenwood, They're in there with the Western Illinois and UT Martin, SIU. SEMO. SEMO is in the OVC. Actually, they're playing Lindenwood tonight. When does that start? That's a 7:30 start. Lindenwood and SEMO. They're at the bottom of the ABC, by the way. Not having good years. Lindenwood 6-9 and SEMO 6-10. Nope, not having good years. Oh,
Riffy says he's going to book your bet. Which bet is that, Riffy?
which one is that?
Which one? I don't know. He's talked about like several bets. So, Riffy, tell me which bet you want to book of John's.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us.
Yeah, you're going to
But
have
in
to
the
tell us.
meantime, here's how bad Lindenwood and SEMO are. Lindenwood averages 66 points a game. That is 332nd.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. What do we got? SEMO money line? Yeah, a little SEMO money line. They're both terrible. Yeah, you got to dive into the stench to bet this game. You got to go to the stench because it smells. Lindenwood 332nd in points per game. SEMO 285th. There's only 363 college basketball.
You know what I've learned?
Yeah.
If there's a game, I don't know if I've ever told you this before.
Yeah.
I'll get back. This is gambling story.
Yeah.
So I was betting with somebody a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I bet Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
And I won. And he goes, "What do you know about Middle Tennessee State?" And I said that I can bet it. That's what I know about Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, you know. Where there's a game, there's an edge, and there's action.
I don't know if there was an edge, but there was action.
Oh, there's an edge, my man.
Yeah.
There's an edge.
Yeah.
You got to find the edge in these small schools. Yesterday, Mo Valley game, one of the best games of the night. These two teams are for real. Drake and Indiana State, both sitting at 13-2, both may get in the tournament.
Wow.
If one of them doesn't win the conference tournament, I think the other one should get in. But you know what the committee will do? They'll put like the 9th place ACC team in or the 9th place SEC team in over a 4-loss, Drake team or something.
You are going to Vegas, right? During the March Madness?
Into March.
What week?
It's already booked.
Elite 8?
March 20. What was it? It's the Thursday to Monday last week. I think we looked it up and it was the Sweet 16 because I was shocked it was the Sweet 16.
I might join you.
You know it is.
I might do that
because it's Thursday, Friday is the Sweet 16, Saturday, Sunday is the Elite 8. Yeah. Let's get some winners tonight, boys.
I will tell you that if I don't go to Vegas with you, and I'll be here and you'll be on the phone with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I might have to see what flights cost. Come out with you.
200. I already looked it up.
Did you already buy it?
No.
200 round trip.
I'm going to.
What airline was it? Frontier.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Here's the dates. Yeah, Sweet 16. I was right. Sweet 16 is the Thursday, Friday. Elite 8 Saturday, Sunday. 28th through the 31st. Yeah. Yep.
You got to make sure you get out there in the morning. Those books are going to be busy.
I ain't gonna bet it there.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. But
why would I make a bet in Vegas? Their lines are terrible.
Okay.
Their options are, you want to do a early cash out?
That's not what I'm talking
about.
Screw you. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this place would kick.
I'm talking about finding a seat in a book.
Oh, you're talking about finding a seat.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about.
Not making a bet. I don't care how you bet, where you bet, or who you bet with.
Well, my advice is don't make a bet there if you can help it.
Yeah.
Finding a seat, yeah. But, I'm more of a stander, David. I've always been more of a stand-up, jump-around type person.
I know.
Move, get your body moving. Motion creates emotion. So you got to have the motion before you have the emotion. So, yeah, you got to move around, buddy. So I'm more of a move-around type person.
See if Riffy responded to you what bet he wants to book. Look
at
the chat.
Where's our chat? Jess said, hey. Where's the...
It says, John, I'll book it. And then nothing after that. I'm going to text
I don't even see that. The last message I see.
Keep going down. Keep going down.
I'm as down as
far as... It says right there, John, I'll book it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I'm going to ask
talking about one before we came back from break.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
One of the football games we're talking about, probably.
All right.
That's what it was.
All right. I will ask him what bet will you book of John's? There we go.
But, that'll be a good Vegas trip nonetheless. We didn't look at this. Do we have a chance to go to any West Coast matchups here?
Are they playing in Vegas?
Let's see here. No.
Okay.
Boy, they're spread out. Dayton, of course, Dayton's every year.
Memphis. I thought we looked at this last week.
Well,
Memphis.
yeah. Dayton always has that first round, though. The UD Arena always has that one. Indy, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Omaha, David.
How far is Omaha from here? 5 hours?
Oh
6
God,
hours?
no, probably more than that. Let me look.
Oh, he wants to
How
book
far is
your.
Omaha, Nebraska from St. Louis?
He wants to book your Pittsburgh quarterback under 54.
6.5 hours. Yes, thank you. Mason Rudolph is a bottom tier quarterback. Terrible. They got 3 of them on their roster. How did they do that, David? They wound up with 3 bottom tier quarterbacks. That's terrible. But yeah, we've got Dayton, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Indy, Omaha. Peyton Manning's favorite audible. Omaha. Yeah. Pittsburgh, Salt Lake, Spokane, Memphis, Boston, Dallas, Detroit, and L.A. We got nothing, David.
Memphis.
We're screwed.
Memphis is 4.5 hours away.
Yeah, but we ain't going. It's too far.
It's not too far.
Yeah, it is.
I might go. If I don't go to Vegas, I might do that.
We'll see.
We'll see. My favorite 2 words.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll have to caption those under the David's favorite 2 words of "we'll see." But yeah, not anything relatively close. But yeah, that's all right. But we'll be in Vegas that last week there. Already got it booked. Yeah, but our ticket don't start till 7:30. We got a 7:30 and an 8:00 Longwood game. They got to have more daytime college basketball games. They do. They got
You said
100.
there's 300 teams.
I know. I was supposed to say daytime.
Yeah.
We got you got 120 something games on a Saturday. Take some of those and put them on the day. A Tuesday 1 p.m.
You
game.
know
We
they're
need about
supposed
4.
to be in class. These are college athletes.
They do class whenever.
That's
Yeah.
not the point.
We need
They're supposed
4.
to be in
Nah,
class.
they work they got all kind of stuff for classes nowadays. Speaking of classes, I want you to tell
Hey, you man from experience of a college student.
Speaking of classes, I want you to tell everybody the numbers on this. Okay? This is the football graduation success per school.
Okay.
There's the SEC.
That's the percentage?
Yeah, the percentage of students that graduate.
High.
No, not us. Let's go here first. SEC.
SEC?
Yeah.
95%.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Is at 95%.
Yeah.
It goes down from there.
Yeah.
And tell us
Georgia.
the worst team in the world
Graduation
at
rate.
graduating its players.
41% Georgia.
The Dogs and Kirby Smart, they graduate 41% of them. That
Clemson,
is god awful.
Clemson is 99%.
Dabo's 99%. He always has been.
99%.
He's the best coach at graduating
Let me
his
look
players.
at this list.
That's why Dabo recruits a culture.
Yeah.
He's recruited 5-star guys, and they didn't fit in, so they passed on them all the time.
This is higher than I thought. Florida State, 69%. That's higher than I would have thought.
That's terrible.
No, but it's higher than I thought.
69% is pretty bad.
Yeah. Arizona State. This is impressive.
Yeah, Arizona State's probably in the 70s, ain't they?
No, 86%.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive. I would have put them at the bottom.
Yeah, my man Dabo, though, running one of the most successful football programs in the world, and it's got 99% graduation
TCU's
rate.
only 72%. Wow, look at this
Clemson,
list.
David.
How can people find this? This is neat.
Yeah, it's you can look it up.
Do you know what's crazy is Georgia's so low? It's 41%.
41.
The next one up is 69%.
I know.
That's how low
There's
Georgia
a 28% differential between Georgia and the next last place.
You know what?
team.
Missouri's low. Mizzou, 74%.
Yeah,
That's not good.
Fairly low. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fairly low.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have thought higher of a Midwest
But that's
school.
just impressive. My man Dabo's impressive. 99%.
Yeah,
That's like one player that didn't graduate.
That's why we saw this chart.
No, well, I mean,
They're the highest in the nation.
yeah, they're the highest. Yeah.
And look
They're
here,
better than Vanderbilt.
The ACC is all these guys are high in the ACC.
Yeah, there's a lot of 90%.
Yeah, you head into the SEC. Well, this is good too.
Big 12.
Kansas State, yeah. Big 12, 97% from Cincinnati. It's pretty good. Iowa State, 91 or 93%. Houston, 67%.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. My surprise is TCU.
Yeah,
That's
mine
a
too.
little
I
bit
wouldn't
of
have thought they were 72%.
Yeah. This is where do you find this chart? This is great.
I mean, it's all NCAA related stuff.
Okay, I know, but it's pretty neat how to find it. I like it. Arizona State, I can't believe they're 86%.
Yeah,
That's
what's
strong.
the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Where's the Big Ten?
That's
here?
impressive. Arizona State's 86%
There's the
graduation.
Big Ten.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's more.
Yeah, Big Ten.
Georgia's the lowest.
Northwestern, 97%. Dabo's higher than Northwestern and Vanderbilt.
Wow.
I mean, that is impressive.
Wow. UCLA is only 64%.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's football players.
Michigan
at
State.
UCLA.
What's
Yeah.
Michigan at? Ooh, Michigan's 89%.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's about what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 89. Wow. These are impressive. Yeah. Okay. What's this one? Oh, here we go.
There's the MAC.
The
The
MAC.
Mountain West.
Yeah.
The group of five.
Georgia's
conferences.
lowest by far.
Yeah.
It's
There's
not even
a
close.
school. It's not even close.
No,
The
28%.
worst teams are in the 60s.
28%. Yeah, the worst teams is 68.
Yeah, they're in the 60s. Georgia's at
27.
41%.
27% is the closest. Georgia's 41% graduation rate.
Yep. Clemson's 99% mark is the highest score for any Power 5 football program since the 2018 release of this, and the highest ever recorded among public Power 5 football programs in the 19 years the NCAA's tracked the metric. So they've tracked it for 19 years, David, and nobody's ever had 99%.
Wow.
South Carolina graduated 90%, but Georgia and Florida State should be ashamed. Interesting graphic.
That is I think that's fascinating.
Yep.
I would have never guessed Arizona State's 80s. That's blowing my mind.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good school, but there's a lot of distractions at every college. But Arizona State, there seems to be, especially Florida State was impressive at 70-something%.
69 or something.
60,
Yeah,
well,
69,
that's still
70, 71, yeah.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, I mean, that's about
Yeah.
what I expected. I mean, I think it says something, though, when all those guys leave. He built his program through the transfer portal. I was telling you that in September. That week of the Florida State game. I was like, all these guys came from the Rent-A Center. That's what I called it. He rented them. So what did they do in the bowl game? They all quit on him. Every single player said sayonara. They had one starter, a defensive end. Everybody else quit. That's what happens when you build your program through the transfer portal. So what's the saying? You reap what you sow. The Florida State Seminoles are, they're doing that every year.
Yeah.
Their quarterback this year's going to be DJ. We talked about that last week. They don't. Everybody's like, oh, this is great. I think they don't know what they're getting. I guess that's the best news Clemson fans heard all time.
Here's from David.
Year is going to be DJ's going to be the quarterback of Florida State. That's the best news we heard.
That's from David.
So David says during the first season of Hard Knocks, Brian Billick told Todd Heat, some people go to college, some people go to Arizona State. yeah, it's
well, we
it's
know
Party
how.
School
Wait,
USA.
we know how it worked out for me. I can only speak for one student.
Well, it's Party School USA.
Yeah.
We know that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, but let's see if we got some shockers going off on the 6 o'clock games here in the basketball in the round ball world. Early on, NJIT staying close with UMass Lowell. UMass Lowell's probably going to win that conference. They're at the top of that conference, sitting at 10-4. The spread was 14.5. That's a lot of points for an American East game, but Lowell's playing one of the bottom tier teams in NJIT. It's 46-40 right now. Second half, 12 minutes to go. The total on this game was 148. It's sitting at 138. Low scoring game. Lowell sitting at 11.5 on the live spread. So Lowell should walk away with this game. Although there's some value on NJIT. It's a 6-point game with 12 minutes left. The live line is plus 1,300 on the 6-point dog. They're losing by 6, and you can get 13-1 on the money line right now.
And you like it?
No.
Okay.
I think Lowell's going to cover, but hey.
Why bring it up if you're not going to bet it?
Because I'm just saying, if you want to, I don't think it's going to hit, but it's 13-1.
Yeah.
So if you want to take a small wager on a 13-1 shot, it's like a horse. Do you think the horse is going to win? No, but it's 40-1.
Well,
if you want to take a dollar,
if I don't think it's not going to win, I'm not going to.
Yeah, but it's $2.
I wouldn't use that analogy, but okay.
It's you don't think it's. I don't think it's going to win, but stranger stuff has happened.
Yeah, in a head-to-head college basketball game, 6 points is not a lot of points.
Exactly.
What was the line to begin with the game?
14.5.
Oh, okay.
So they're a 14.5 point dog. It's a 6-point game with 12 minutes to go in the game. and the money line's 13-1.
I wonder what the money line was at the beginning of the game.
Probably.
I'm curious.
I would say 20-1. I'd say 20-1. So you're still getting 13-1. And NJIT won the first half, 35-34. But what happens all too often in these games? Second half comes into play. The better team always walks away with it. That's why UMass Lowell has built a 6-point lead. Wow, terrible showing by the Teal Field in Myrtle Beach, Coastal Carolina. They're not very good in basketball. They're 4-10, one of the worst Sun Belt basketball teams. They are losing at the half to Appalachian State, 32 to a whopping 16. They scored 16 points in the first half.
You know where the energy level goes?
Oh.
Your energy level, like after March Madness, will just plummet.
All we got's the NBA, isn't it?
NBA baseball right around the corner.
Yeah, we got some spring.
I am always excited.
We got some spring games in
No,
April.
but I'm still excited about the beginning of baseball, but the long summer drought of sports.
Yeah.
After
That's the build-up, man.
Yeah, that's 6 weeks of the beginning of July
It's the build-up. I'm going to
to
have
the
to
end
embrace
of
the new
August.
playoff
That 6
system.
weeks in there is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 weeks. You're right.
That's when
The
you and
middle
I.
of July to
You know what's going to happen?
really the beginning of July. It's like a month and a half.
You know what's.
I'm okay middle of August.
Yeah, because you're getting
Because you got
excited.
depth charts forming.
Yeah.
You got, some stuff coming here. You got some trash talk going with the coaches. You got the media days where they do all their interviews and stuff.
Give me one.
Oh,
Give me one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be 53.
Yeah.
So give me one player with the number 53 that you really, really like.
53, that's offensive lineman.
Okay.
I can't think. I don't know offensive
Okay, 'cause
linemen.
I don't know.
That's a rough number, David.
It's a rough number.
I know.
Yeah.
There ain't no 53.
There ain't no.
Let's Google the most famous.
Look, can you guess?
No, I have no clue. That's
We're
a
not
rough
even
number.
guessing?
I don't know any.
Okay.
53.
I just figured if anybody would know that, you would know that.
That's like, who was the starting quarterback of the 1937 Yale Bulldog National Championship football team?
George Clooney. It's in a movie. It's in a movie.
The
like
Leathernecks
or something.
When the Ivy League was winning national championships, most famous
number 53.
Number 53 athlete.
Bet it's for the Cowboys.
Artis Gilmore, an old 72 ABA MVP.
All right, well, okay, look at the NFL.
Rich Kelly, the New Orleans basketball Jazz.
No, look for NFL. I meant just very down to
NFL.
football.
Okay.
Yeah, look at NFL. Is there right? Oh. I bet it's the Cowboys. Somebody on the Cowboys.
Randy Gradishar of the Denver Broncos.
Who is that?
This is a rough number, David. Who wore the number NFL? Harry Carson. That's a famous name. Mike Webster's a famous name. Alex Wojciechowski.
God, that's bad. That's a bad list.
I know. It's number 53.
Wow, I guess I have
to this is the most famous one.
Romanowski.
Bill Romanowski.
Yeah. Okay, so not horrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
we got one.
we got
one.
Yeah, that is probably the roughest number to try to find a famous one.
All right, I got to wait till probably...
0? Well, there's some zeros.
They are now. Well, I don't want to be 0. That means I don't exist.
Oh, I get it. I'm just trying to think of a rougher number. Yeah,
probably in
Braxton
basketball.
Berrios for the Dolphins wears number 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So 54 is a better number. I bet 54 is an easier number.
Well, yeah, but now you got a lot of skilled players wearing 0 now.
Yeah.
Receivers. Yeah, it's not
what does Deion say about 0? Have you watched his prime?
What did he say?
He said 0 doesn't mean you're anything. Can't have number 0.
Oh.
Doesn't mean you're anything. I watched that. Have you watched
he was
that
a
prime?
big number
Have you
guy.
watched that prime series on him? It's actually really,
no.
really good.
Really?
Oh, they follow him through the whole season. Yeah, this year.
That's one of the few things you've seen I have.
Yeah, I've been watching it lately. It's actually really, really good. Yeah, it's on Prime.
Yeah.
And you should check it out. It's actually really good.
Yep. He wore 2 at Florida State. He wore number 2. And then the NFL, he wore 21.
I'm just saying, if you haven't checked it out, Amazon Prime has
You know, one of the earliest memories I remember,
Prime
I
Time
was
or whatever it's
4
called.
years old.
Huh?
I got a memory from when I was a 4-year-old little baby. Most people can't remember that. I can't remember anything else. But you know what I can remember from when I was 4 years old? 1989 Clemson Florida State game when Deion Sanders ran the opening kickoff back. Remember that as a 4-year-old little tyke.
And you were there live?
Yeah, I was at the game.
Okay.
Yeah. My uncle took me to all the games. Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That's a neat
Yeah,
story.
I was a 4-year-old little tyke, and Deion ran the opening kickoff back. That was the year after the punt Rooski. Yeah. You remember the punt Rooski?
No.
Oh.
We're
the
going to
punt
find out what it is.
Rooski. Everybody, David, Riffy, do you guys remember that? Anybody on the chat, does anybody remember the punt Rooski? I mean, it was one of the most
I
famous
can't wait
plays.
to see what it is.
Yeah, punt Rooski. It won Florida State that game. Yeah. There's Bobby Bowden telling the story about it. Yeah. So it was 1988. 89 was the next game. Yeah. But, yeah. So here it is. Punt Rooski.
Where's the stadium? Tallahassee.
Yeah.
So is it home for him?
Yeah. 89, they came to Clemson. That's
All
what I
right.
was
The
here it
punt
is.
Rooski. All right. Well,
Here it is.
explain what's going on because they can't see it.
Well, yeah. So the game's late in the fourth quarter. Florida State's backed up on their own 15-yard line. They got to punt the ball because it's 4th and, 5 or 10 or something, right? They got to punt the ball. They practiced this play that week, and it was called the punt Rooski. So if you look, they snap it. You remember Leroy Butler?
Yes.
That's who catches this ball.
Wow.
So he's the up back here.
Yeah.
They snap it. It's 4th and 10 or something. They got to punt the ball. They're backed up on their own 20. So, bam, they punt. They're snapping it to punt it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, punter jumps like he missed the ball. They snapped it to the up back Leroy Butler.
I fell for it. I fell for it watching it on your screen.
And Leroy Butler says,
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
He gets run down. He got run down at the 2-yard line, and we held him to a field goal. But that's all they needed to win the game. Look, there's Bobby Bowden imitating it. Leroy Butler went and grabbed the ball is what he did. They didn't snap it to him.
Yeah.
He went and grabbed it.
Look at those pants he's wearing.
Yeah, look at those pants.
Those are shiny.
Danny Ford. Look at that. Old Danny Ford. He's wondering where they came
That
came
video,
up with that
what
play.
year was that?
88.
So that video is actually not bad.
No.
The quality's not that bad. You would think it, oh my God. The quality of TV today,
There's Danny.
unbelievable.
Our coach,
Compared to-
Danny Ford.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing what you can find on YouTube, right?
Yeah, the punt Rooski.
You can even find the winning ticket 21 on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. We are.
All right, hey, we don't have a lot of time.
But yeah,
See if you got any picks tonight to make some money.
Nah, I mean, if that traffic wouldn't have held me up, I'd have probably hammered Elon plus the points. They were playing Charleston.
Elon, what did you say last year about Elon?
The Phoenix of Elon.
The Phoenix of Elon.
Yeah, they're usually really bad, but this year they're 8-7. That's like an undefeated season for Elon. They usually win 5 games all year. I mean, they're god awful. They're a real small school in North Carolina, in the mighty Colonial Athletic Conference. The Colonials. Yeah.
Colonials.
It's isn't that a famous saying back to the Revolutionary days? The Colonials. Yeah. So anyway,
you got a history lesson.
16.5 points. Phoenix were catching the Elon Phoenix. Not to be confused with
and they're only down by 7.
Phoenix Suns. But yeah, down 7 at the half. I'd have taken it, moved it up to 22, and put it in a parlay. So that would have been a good pick. Ooh, I'd have picked Maryland tonight. Good thing I didn't get here in time. Maryland's getting demolished at halftime,
it's
33-21.
It's early. It's only halftime. What's the spread?
Yeah, but Maryland was minus 6.5.
Oh, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. You got to come back 17 and a half points.
I'd have done money line.
You got lucky.
Still had to sweat it.
Yeah.
Good, because I was all over Maryland.
Yep, saving some money here on the winning ticket.
At home, they scored 21 points in the first half. You better show up in the second half, Maryland, because that's pathetic. Oh, wow. The former Final Four team from last year is struggling. the boys from Boca in the retirement home in Boca Raton, Florida. Florida
Wait,
Atlantic
yeah.
going on the road
Yeah,
to the
what
Green
was the
Wave
line
to
there?
Tulane.
What was the
Big line. Big. I said no, it wasn't. It was 7.5.
Okay, well, that time. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to know
But
what kind of action we can get
we
in.
want to know Florida
after
Atlantic
the
needs to
show.
be blowing these boys away if they're going to be back in the Final Four come March.
Give me some like 7:30,
Florida
8 o'clock
Atlantic, they
stars.
lost to Charlotte last week.
Give me some 7:30, 8 o'clock
Charlotte.
stars. You hear me?
Yeah.
We got to. What
That's
can we
what
bet
I'm
on
saying.
today?
Florida Atlantic needs to get in gear. That's what I'm saying. They need to get it in gear. 1 7 o'clock game that I got. We got 2 minutes to get it in. I like the Tommies. St. Thomas, sitting at 12-5, first place in the Summit
What's the
League.
line?
The Jackrabbits of South Dakota squaring up against them. 1.5. So St. Thomas money line, book that. I like the Tommies. I'm going to be getting in some live action here in a minute on that. Another 7 o'clock game we like. We like Greensboro plus the 4.5. They're going to Samford. This is a great SoCon game, the Southern Conference. The Spartans of Greensboro. I'm going to take the 4.5 with them.
John, I'm going to do this.
Yep.
John always puts a ticket in for me for tonight.
Okay.
So as soon as
we're going to throw 20 in on a ticket tonight?
Yeah, we're going to throw 20 in on a ticket tonight.
All right. We
We
got 20 Davids.
20 Davids going in action, right?
You know, I think we're going to go. I might take Eastern Illinois here. Moorhead's got to travel from Kentucky. EIO, I call them. Eastern Illinois. EIEIO.
Yes.
Yeah, Eastern Illinois. Yeah. EIEIO.
I get it.
I like it. So the Ohio Valley. Who plays in the Ohio Valley? Lindenwood. We've been
Oh,
through
that's
this.
right. Yes, Lindenwood.
Lindenwood's playing SEMO tonight. They're terrible.
Oh, that's a terrible
the
game.
bottom of the OVC.
Where's that at?
SEMO.
It's at SEMO.
It's at
if that
SEMO.
was at Lindenwood, maybe we should go to a Lindenwood game.
It's like a high school gym.
But we can bet it.
We can bet it.
We can bet it and go to the game.
I did last year.
Tickets are like $5.
They're like $5, and there's like 5 people there.
That's okay. I would pay $5 as long as I have action on the game, right?
I like Lindenwood. You know, it's cool that we got a Division I team here. That's not got SLU. We got Lindenwood now, so it's cool, Yeah, but EIO is at home against Moorhead State. I'm going to take Eastern Illinois plus all the points because that's a terrible place to go to. Charleston, Illinois. It's in the middle of nowhere. That's a tough drive for these Moorhead State boys coming from Kentucky. So I'm going to take the Panthers of EIO. That was the game I went to last year. Lindenwood, Eastern Illinois came to Lindenwood. That was the game I went to.
Okay.
Yeah. Lindenwood put it on.
Did you bet it?
They put it on them.
Did you bet it?
I did. I won the Lindenwood leg, but I lost the other legs. So I didn't win the parlay. I remember it. But, yeah, we got the Radford Longwood game. We got Grand Canyon laying 15.5 against Abilene. I'm not going to touch
Where's
that
Abilene?
one. Grand Canyon can
Where
blow
is
them out.
Abilene?
Abilene, Texas.
Yeah,
Isn't there
okay.
a famous poker player?
I know,
from
but
there?
like, where is that in Texas? Do you know any? By what big city?
It's
'Cause obviously I've heard of it.
let's see here on the old map. Blow this thing up. It is middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, it's down I-20 in the middle of I-20.
Yeah.
So it's in between. Man, it's in the middle of like everything. So it's west of Dallas. That looks about like 3 hours west of Dallas.
You know how long it is on I-10 across Texas? 889 miles.
I believe it.
And
So
then, I know I've driven it twice.
let's call it Abilene. Where's the dang border? 3 hours west of Texas on I-20. It's right on I-20 though, so it's all highway.
Yeah.
It's all interstate,
Yeah.
and it's 3 hours west of Dallas on
west of
I-20.
Dallas.
That's all. But yeah, that's where Abilene's at. They're going to get curb stomped by Grand Canyon tonight. Grand Canyon's a great basketball school. They've only been a university for like 10 years. They used to be one of those like online schools.
Yes.
Get a degree from Grand Canyon.
No. I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now they've moved up to Division I now. What's their record? Tell everybody.
14-1.
14-1 in the WAC, the Western Athletic Conference. Yeah, Grand Canyon's kicking people's butt. Who did they lose to this year? Beginning of the year. So they lost to the Cox. They lost to South Carolina 75-68. They beat a very good San Francisco team. San Francisco's very good this year.
At home. They lost at home.
Yeah, they lost. It might have been a neutral site. These November games, a lot of tournaments. So I don't know where it was at.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, they lost by 7 to South Carolina. Dang it! If they could have got past the Gamecocks, they would have
They're
been
not only winning;
undefeated.
they're blowing people out.
Yes, they are.
Look at that! They blew Missouri State out.
Yeah.
Blew them out.
They beat the Texas-Mexican border, the Mexicans, by 10 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They're
Look at
blowing
that,
everybody
they're
out.
blowing
Yeah,
everybody
they beat Liberty. Liberty's a good team.
They beat even San Diego State. They beat them by 6. Wow.
Yeah, that is a big win for Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
San Diego State, they're like, what's San Diego State's record? 14-2.
Yeah.
In the Mountain West. San Diego State Final Four team. And Grand Canyon says, thank you very
And
much.
San
Come
Diego
again.
State's ranked, and they're not.
Yeah, this goes to show you how these voters that vote on this stuff, they don't know what they're doing. They don't pay attention to Grand Canyon. They just see the name, the writers, the AP writers.
Yep.
That's who votes on this stuff. And they're a West Coast team, so their games come on late versus the East Coast time. So they don't know Grand Canyon. Just like last year, they didn't know the boys from Boca, and they wound up in the Final Four. So yeah, the AP don't know what they're talking about, basically. But yeah, a big line tonight with Grand Canyon, though. 15.5 with Abilene. Abilene 6-8. So I don't know what to think there because that's so many points. Michigan State, Illinois. That's one of the best games of the night. 3.5. I might take Sparty. I might take Izzo on the road. I might take the Izzo boys. 3.5 with Michigan State. That's going to be a good game. 8:00 tip. Gonzaga's
And
laying
these are
8.5.
our time, right?
Yeah, Gonzaga's laying 8.5 against Santa Clara. Santa Clara tonight 11-6 at home. Gonzaga's going on the road. I wouldn't. I'd move Santa Clara's points up. I'd take Santa Clara plus like 12.5 or something. Move it up.
All right.
But Gonzaga's been struggling. They're not blowing teams out like they used to.
There's a lot of games left
Yep,
tonight.
a lot of games.
Pepperdine's minus 12.5 tonight.
Pepperdine's minus 12.5.
Yeah.
Who are they playing? The worst team in the world?
Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, Pacific's awful. That's why
Pepperdine's
they're
7.
both awful.
Yeah, they're both.
I knew
awful.
Pepperdine. Pepperdine has no. Who was Pepperdine to be laying 12.5 points? Pacific is so bad. They're both bad. They're 7-10. Pepperdine 7-10. Pacific 6-11.
Well, just
and
who
Pepperdine's
they've
at
been
home.
playing, right?
But who the hell is Pepperdine to be laying 12.5 points? That's why I stopped in my tracks when you said that.
Over under 145.5. That's a big number.
Big number. That is a big number. Yeah.
I like the under a little bit.
Well, I'd probably take the points just because Pepperdine has
Maybe
no
I'll-
business laying
Okay,
12.5.
maybe I'll take the points in the under in a parlay.
Yeah.
Wrap us up.
Oh, we're going to wrap up with UC Irvine, the Anteaters. 11-5, and they're going to the Island.
They're going to the Island. That's a get even or get even worse game
That
tonight.
is. That's an 11:00 tip tonight.
What's the line?
We got
Plus
some
1.5?
late action. 11:00.
Plus 1.5 for UC Irvine.
Yeah, it's basically a pick'em here. Basically a pick'em. It's not always paradise in Hawaii.
All right. That's
It's
gonna
not
be
paradise all
that's
the
gonna
time.
be our Thursday evening good night,
Well,
right?
it's not paradise all the time. It's a hard ticket to Hawaii. It is.
On that note,
And I'm not gonna take the Rainbow Warriors though. If I take something here, it's gonna be Irvine. I like this Irvine team, the Anteaters. What a name, the Anteaters. Who came up with that name? Let's name our team nickname the Anteaters. So Irvine's a good team though. Despite that, they compete every year in that Big West Conference. They are going on the road to the Island, but we're going to take Irvine. We're going to take Irvine money line straight up.
Okay.
That's all I got, Davey boy.
I like it. Thanks
Yeah.
for showing up.
Yeah, we got
Right.
here.
We got here.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go get in action.
Yeah.
We'll be here next week, 6 o'clock.
I've got a solid $20 bill here from the David Estate. We're going to put it into play.
We're gonna turn that in about $250, and we'll tell you about it next week.
We like it.
Tell you about it next week. All right.
Yep.
Next week.
Yep.
6
See you
o'clock.
guys next week.
Have a great night.